guys, today's video is actually going to be all about Glossier. Made a huge purchase on the website not too long ago. Glossier's entire marketing strategy is smart. It's all about that natural skin, letting your natural skin show, and just use makeup to enhance those features and not to completely conceal them, which I love and I'm totally all for. As I've been getting older, I haven't really been into wearing a lot of coverage on my face. I don't know what it is. Don't like the way my skin feels, and so I decided to just bite the bullet and purchase whatever I wanted from Glossier. I did skip out on a couple of their products just because I wasn't really interested in them, and I felt like the main things that I got are the main ones that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were thinking about purchasing and you just wanted to know how it works. Let's just jump into these box of goodies. I'm gonna put my hair back. So the first product that we're going to talk about is this cherrybalm.com. Now, I freaking love the packaging. Like, everything about Glossier, their packaging, everything is just amazing. I believe it was $12. Now, something that I really do want to point out about Glossier is that it is not affordable. I know that the prices on a lot of these things are going to be much cheaper than what you would buy at Sephora or whatever. So the cherrybalm.com is 0.5 fluid ounce. And this Kiehl's lip balm is $9.50 on Sephora, while this Glossier one was $12, and it has the same exact product in it. So the Glossier one is more expensive, but it is good. I like it. I actually love their balm.coms. It's one of my favorite lip balms, and this one in particular is amazing. I'm wearing it on my lips right now, and it just gives you the most subtle kind of red tint to your lips, and it also hydrates your lips really well. These do run out a little bit fast, so that's the only downside, but I do like it a lot. Here is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. So G7 is pretty good. I felt like I could have also went one shade darker, G6, but G7 matches me perfectly. As 1 fluid ounce, so 30 milliliters, and a normal foundation that you would usually see at the drugstore or at Sephora or MAC or whatever is 1.7 fluid ounce. MAC Base and Body gives you 50 milliliters, so 1.7 fluid ounce, and this is about $31, while the Glossier one gives you 1 fluid ounce, and this is $26. So if you kind of think about it, this is very, very, very expensive considering how much they're giving you and how much you're paying. And I usually like to apply this with my fingers. So one side I'll just kind of do my fingers, the other side I'll do a brush so you guys can see what it delivers on both sides. I just like applying it with my fingers the best way. I know on camera it might not look like it did anything whatsoever to my face, but all it does, it's just like evens out your skin tone and gives you a much more like glowier, healthier looking complexion, which I stand for, and I love that because I do have a lot of discoloration. So around my mouth area, it tends to be much darker than the rest of my face. So foundation does tend to look a little bit ashier sometimes because I don't match to my hyperpigmentation. I match to the rest of my face whenever I'm picking out a foundation. So this, however, since it is such a light coverage, it doesn't look ashy whatsoever, but it just makes my skin tone look like one skin tone. This side with a brush, and you guys can see if that kind of helps give you more coverage. I don't really think so because this product is not meant to give you coverage. It just kind of is like a light tint to even out your skin tone. So you can see that my face looks pretty much the same on both sides. So it really doesn't matter if you use your fingers or if you use a brush, whatever you do, it's your preference. Moving on, the Stretch Concealer. I also have this in the shade G7, by the way. It does have a little bit more coverage than the Skin Tint, of course, because it's a concealer. And it's just been like my go-to. It's so hydrating. Like to just take this and melt this concealer. It is really, really glowy. So again, if you have oily skin and you don't like to look glowy, I don't think the Skin Tint or the concealer would be your best choice because it will accentuate the oils on your face. The G7 concealer is actually much lighter than the Skin Tint. So even though this works, for instance, underneath my eyes really well, I don't like this for around my mouth, or pretty much because just around my mouth in general is much darker. So I feel like it just makes that area look a little bit more ashy. That's how my skin looks right now. As you can see, that concealer is so dewy. I think it's more dewier than the skin tint. So we're going to talk about the powder. Prettiest powder I probably have ever laid my eyes on. Looks like this. I don't know. I'm using natural lighting today, but I feel like it's really washing out all the products. I'll just set all my areas that I usually set, which would be underneath my eyes and my T-zone. This powder just makes your skin look so much more smoother, and so I like that, and it did definitely help in taking down that dewiness. So I'm going to just move on to my eyebrows, the infamous boy brow. I have this in the shade brown. So I'm going to just fill in my eyebrows with my ColourPop eyebrow pencil. That's just normally what I use. I mean, I could have just went straight in with this and not use a pencil to show you guys a better representation, but I know for a fact I like my eyebrows to be filled with a pencil before anyways. It's the eyebrows. It really does make you look like you have a boy's brow. Always take some excess product out, by the way, on the tip before going in and applying it on my eyebrows. Move on to the cheeks. So Glossier does not have a bronzer, so in replace with a bronzer, I'm actually just going to use this cream bronzer from Wet n Wild. It's one of my favorites. I got this in the shade Storm. I have a lot of cream blushes, but I didn't have a color like this. And how I'm going to put this, so I'm going to get a little bit sciencey on you guys. So the thing with these Glossier cloud paints are, if you squeeze it out like this, a bunch of product is going to come out, and believe me, you're going to waste a lot of product. So how I like to take these out in the most efficient product saving way possible is I like to hold the tube up like this, because that way the product is getting pushed out against gravity, and so not a lot's going to come out. If I go like this, gravity is just going to do its thing and it's going to pull all that product out, and I just kind of squeeze a little bit out, as you guys can see, and I just put it on the back of my hand, and that way you get the exact product you need and you can build it up and it's not going to look crazy. Take a stipple brush. You can also just kind of go in with your fingers, whatever works best, but I'm just going to use a brush to blend it out. And I like to put blush on the apple of my cheeks. It looks so natural, and it leaves the prettiest stain on your lips or on your cheeks, and it just looks so pretty. I put some on my nose. I go crazy with it because it's probably one of my favorite things about makeup. That is the Lidstar, and I got this in the shade Cub. Now, I'll be honest, I did use this a couple of times and I'm not a fan. I would not recommend this. Still gonna put it on and you guys can see how it works. I like the color, which is why I got it, but I don't think I'm gonna purchase any of their other shades or even this one again, just because I feel like there's so many better sort of cream eyeshadows out on the market. There's no color deposited out on this, so I'm just gonna put this on my eyes and you guys can be the judges. Okay, so I did not get a mascara or anything, so I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply mascara, and then come back to finish off the lips. Alright you guys, so the last product that we are going to test out is the Generation G Sheer Matte Lipstick. I did get this in the shade Leo, by the way, and I don't like this shade on me particularly by itself because I feel like it just looks really ashy on my lips and it almost just kind of blends in with my skin. So I don't like this by itself, and I am still going to try it by itself on the video, but I'm also going to then try it on with a lip liner. Okay, so here's how this lipstick looks like without anything, no lip liner, no nothing. And I don't like it because I feel like it just looks too cool toned, and I don't like super cool tone lipsticks on me particularly. I feel like it just doesn't look well with my skin tone. So I like to use this with this lip liner from Makeup Forever. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but it's in the shade 14C. With that lip liner, I like this lipstick so much better because it makes it almost like a dusty mauve shade. I don't know. Okay, so this completes my full face of Glossier, and for the most part, I'm super impressed. I think my favorite thing about this whole look is definitely the skin. That's the main focus, and I think that's what kind of Glossier focuses on. It focuses on women embracing their own skin, embracing their own features. I have had these for a couple of weeks, and I've been using them whenever I do wear makeup. This is literally all I go for. I love how my skin looks, and it just looks so glowy. It looks even, and it feels like skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It's the only thing that I don't think I will ever purchase again is Lidstar. Again, it's absolutely garbage. I just don't like bashing on products because people make it and they put so much thought into it, and obviously it takes a long time, but I will be honest, I don't like the Lidstars at all, and I was really looking forward to this color because it's so pretty, but maybe it's just like my skin tone. I don't know. It doesn't look like as bright and fun as it does in the bottle. I only like it with eyeshadow, and it kind of sucks because you kind of want to just put this all over and you want it to be your eyeshadow. You don't want to put eyeshadow and then put that on top. So yeah, the Lidstars are definitely a no for me. I do love their Generation G lipsticks a lot. I just feel like I don't like the shade Leo as I thought I would be. Looking forward to like the other shades they have. I wish they bring out more shades because it is such a sheer lipstick. Lipstick is so really not universal. It's more so it just kind of depends on your skin tone, your undertone, everything like that. Again, the whole point of Glossier is just swipe and go, so you don't really want to put on a lip liner and then put this on top. I will continue using this because I love it, but I probably most likely will not repurchase this lipstick again, but I will continue using it since I bought it, and I'll just use it alongside with that lip liner. So enough rambling, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if there's any other products or kind of brands that you want me to try out, just leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!